Hello everyone, my name is Alana B. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Frank Fritz, a former member of American Pickers, has had a significant financial decision made by the court in his conservatorship case. Frank, 59, has been recovering at a rehab center since being hospitalized following a stroke on July 14. Asserting that the actor's decision-making capacity is so damaged, Frank's friends filed an emergency appointment of temporary guardian and conservator for him on August 18. On November 11, Frank's conservator, Midwestone Bank, submitted an initial financial management plan. The U.S. Sun has exclusive knowledge that the scheme was approved on November 21 by a judge in Iowa. According to his 2021 tax return and the plan, according to the U.S. Sun, Frank had an annual income of just $60,000 from investments at the time of his stroke. Frank had no debt and was unemployed. The star's monthly expenses are $28,292. Of which $22,832 is spent on in-home health care, for a total annual cost of $273,984 for the star. Frank was given plans from Midwestone Bank to assist in covering his high medical expenses. The conservator has not inventoried Frank's many antiques and collectibles, but they plan to leave them largely as they are now, according to the court documents. The conservator will work with the guardian to integrate Mr. Fritz into management decisions as he continues to recover, the documents state. A checking account with a small balance will be available for Frank's personal use. Frank operates the Illinois antique shop Frank Fritz Finds. The conservator will also try to file for disability pay for the protected person should he be eligible. Midwestone Bank, the conservator, stated in the initial plan, Mr. Fritz is a renowned collector who has a large number of outbuildings filled with priceless artifacts. Although the artifacts have not yet been inventoried, the conservator intends to mostly leave them in their current state, with the exception of sometimes restocking Mr. Fritz's antique shop in Savannah, Illinois. Frank was admitted to the hospital for a stroke on July 14 after a friend discovered him on the floor of his Iowa home. The conservator is optimistic that Frank will be able to take part in the selection and price of products like he did before. The U.S. Sun originally stated that guardianship and conservatorship would be appointed temporarily for Frank. In accordance with the documents, Mr. Fritz is unable to care for his own safety or to provide for basic needs such food, shelter, clothes, or medical treatment, without which physical injury or illness may occur. This is because of his stroke. Mr. An exhibit from a doctor was referenced in the court documents, proving Frank does not have decisional ability. Fritz's decision-making competence was described as being so compromised that he is unable to make, discuss, or carry out significant decisions on his own financial affairs. Decisions must be made regarding Mr. Fritz's care and placement while he continues to recover and get treatment for his injuries, the court documents added. The petitioner asked for the appointment of a different longtime friend of Frank's who has been assisting him in decision-making since the stroke to be his guardian, stating that appointment of a guardian and conservator is necessary to avoid immediate harm to him. The conservator for Frank's financial affairs is the bank. Both the guardian and conservator received judicial approval. Since his discharge from the hospital on September 6, Frank has been receiving treatment in a rehabilitation facility. Frank's Iowa farmhouse must have ramps and handles for the toilet and shower by the time he is released from the rehab facility. Frank will receive assistance from the guardian for his ongoing physical therapy and treatment for Crohn's illness. Additionally, he will get Frank to any activity he feels up to and assist the former American Pickers star with grocery shopping and cooking. Frank last appeared on American Pickers in a March 2020 episode before taking a break to recover from back surgery that left him with 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. Frank shed 65 pounds while he was off the show. He also disclosed to the U.S. Sun that he spent 77 days in an alcohol addiction treatment facility in Iowa. Prior to entering rehab, Frank stated, "I've been sober for 11 months. I no longer enjoy drinking. My mother was an alcoholic, and alcoholism was a factor in her death 5 years ago. My grandfather passed away because of his alcoholism. They gave me a lot of knowledge, and we were booked up for 13 or 14 hours a day." Frank recalled of his time in treatment. "There was no lounging around eating or watching television. All day long, you had appointments planned for an hour and then an hour and a half. They devote a lot of one-on-one attention to you. In that time, I read 12 self-help books. I didn't play games. I found myself intrigued. I went there with the intention of learning as much as I could. I had a nice time there, and I also assisted others who needed assistance." Frank was candid about wanting to return to the History Channel series after his hiatus, as he said, "I'd still like to get back to my job. I miss my friends and my people and being on the road and meeting all those different characters. It's one of the best things that have happened to me." Frank continued that he goes to meetings twice a week after the stint, but Mike immediately made it known that Frank had been let go from the show. Longtime friends Frank and the U.S. Sun already acknowledged that they had a falling out. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel American Pickers and stay with us.